the funniest story that I mean, it really wasn't funny, it was kind of tragic, but at the end of the first grading period, all my students in every class got either an A or a B. And I was thrilled, and they were just like bouncing off the walls because they'd never gotten those kinds of grades in English. Well, there was a science teacher that taught down the hall that had been there, I don't know, 15 or 20 years or something. And he came storming into my classroom. And he said, "What do you mean giving all these kids A's and B's?" And I was like, you know, idealistic me. I said, "Oh, I didn't give them, they earned them." And oh, that didn't set well at all. And so he said, "Well, they're not capable." And I said, "Excuse me, what are you talking about?" I said, "You want to see my grade book?" And he said, "No." He said, "Haven't you looked at their IQ scores?" And I said, "No, sir." And he said, "Well, if you had looked at their IQ scores, you would know that they can't get A's or B's." And I thought about it for a minute, and then in my very brave voice, I said, "You know, those IQ tests were designed in middle America for middle Americans." And I said, "This is not middle America." And I said, "And if you recall, in those tests, they have pictures. And there's, like, for example, there's a picture of a tire, and you're supposed to match it with a car or a train or a boat. And in middle America, they match tires with cars. But we didn't have any cars. So they matched it with a boat because it was a fishing village on a river, and they put tires on the outside of the boat for when they came up against the dock." And I said, "But they sent those tests back to middle America to get graded, so of course they were all wrong." I said, "That's not fair." I said, "The only thing these kids don't have is a wider experience base." And I said, "That's not their fault."